Hello my friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Spike, and in today's video we're taking a quick look at the DTM content that's being added to RaceRoom, turning our attention away from Project Motor Racing for a brief moment to look at the recent addition announced by KW Studios. Great to see another season of DTM being added to RaceRoom. This is dropping on, I believe, the 4th of December, so not long to wait, but for those of us that are impatient and are keen to try out this Audi TT, the Opel Astra V8 Coupe and the Mercedes CLK driven by Bernd Schneider, I think he was the runner-up in the 2002 season. I've got a special something lined up. If you're new to the channel, then do consider subscribing. Any support is greatly appreciated. We're going to jump into Assetto Corsa, good old Assetto Corsa, because we've got a version of this set up ready to rock and roll using some mods. Alright, we're about to get ourselves underway in this wonderful looking Vodafone liveried, Schneider driven Mercedes CLK. This is a later iteration than what we'll get in the RaceRoom DLC, but I've done my best to accumulate a few mods together to better represent that DLC that we're going to get on the 4th of December. Without further ado, let's hit the track.
5 laps, make them count. Alright, spike, nice and neat, stay out of trouble.
Okay, 5 laps then of the Nurburgring sprint out with a fast chicane. If you're new to the channel, then do consider subscribing. Any support's greatly appreciated. Heading towards the 500 subscriber milestone now, so any help with that would be awesome. Speaking of heading towards things, we're going down towards turn 1 here. From P24, we're on the back of an Audi. And we're going to see how much of this field we can work through over the course of 5 laps. I doubt we'll get all the way to the front, but we'll do our level best. A lot of traffic here in turn 1. We're going to try and be naughty and poke in towards the apex there, Max Verstappen style. And this is a bit of a golden age of sim racing in some ways, because we're living through the retroification of 2000s motorsport, noughties motorsport, and we've seen it with content released in AMS2, the 2005 season content there with the LMP cars, the GT cars there as well, some awesome stuff to drive. And we've seen it with Project Motor Racing as well, although that has not landed in the best state. The 2000s GT content there is awesome as well, and it's great that this is kind of in fashion stuff at the moment, because there's some fun machinery from this period of motorsport to drive, and we're experiencing some of it now with this Mercedes. We're going to try and push up on this Audi as we head towards the fast chicane. Obviously it's the shorter version of the circuit here, the Nurburgring, one of my favourite circuits in sim racing, this Grand Prix version of the course. It's just yeah, a great circuit to drive. I've got some bias, I guess, towards it because the first Race UK event where I managed to get through it without a major incident was around here. We've got some problems with the AI and incident. I've taken a knock myself. We're going to try and get back onto the circuit here. Yellow flag coming out, and we've not slowed down enough, and we've got ourselves in a bit of a pickle, but managed to get back on the road, surviving that one, getting out of a sticky situation onto lap 2, heading down towards turn 1. And yeah, if you indulged in some 2000s racing or simcade, then you might have heard of a title called Project Gotham Racing as well, and there was an awesome version of this circuit in that you could run it in reverse, and I remember having that game and grinding that circuit endlessly because it was one of my favourite ones to drive, even the reverse layout, and using that as the means to build up my garage there in Project Gotham Racing. Absolutely love that title. But yeah, we managed to survive a bit of a storm there at the end of the first lap. And we're on the back of this Audi again. I feel like we've been behind it for a little while, so we're going to move up the outside. And yeah, these cars are looking really good here. Not only have we got awesome 2000s content being released by KW Studios, but we've also got awesome mods from this period as well. You can see some great mods here in Assetto Corsa. Obviously, managed to get this setup up and running here in, you know, all of 10 minutes it's taken me to find these mods and to install them here with Content Manager. There's some great stuff I've been trying out in AMS2 recently as well. It's just, yeah, an absolute joy to be in on this hobby at the current time. And with all the kind of negativity surrounding Rennsport and Project Motor Racing, it's great just to jump back into a robust sim and have a spin around a beloved circuit. And this is what it's all about, just, yeah, finding some awesome cars and giving them a bit of a seeing to around a circuit like this. It's quite the pleasure. We've got Crew Chief in the background to spot for us. Can't hear him that well over the engine sounds here. We've got an Astra here with a V8 in, so pretty noisy stuff moving around here. We've taken another knock. We've been bumped into the car ahead, but somehow managing to avoid too much of a calamity. I don't know what position I'm in. I'm going to have to check that sim hub overlay in a second when I get in some space, but right now it's far too chaotic. Audi kicking up sparks. We've got the car moving in on our left hand side, the Astra moving back across, and we're staying with the back of the TT right now. Oh, this is absolutely fantastic. Side by side here with the Audi. Trying to wait for it to appear in the rear view. I'm afraid my cam there, my face cam, is going to block the rear view mirror, so you're not going to be able to see that as clearly as I'd like you to, but it's looking very good. Using the power of the far chicane and abuse of the curbs to get through again, making another overtake, and it seems to be a sketchy area of the course. I think some of these cars are struggling to navigate that barrier on pit wall there, but cleaned it in lap 1.
2 laps left.
In the top 10 from P24, so not making bad inroads there at all. Ooh. Oh, it's nice not to be thrown off by the off-camber turn 1 here. It seems to be really difficult to navigate in Project Motor Racing. The car feels nice and stable there. And yeah, these, with RaceRoom's recently overhauled multiplayer, could be absolute firecrackers. The Super Tours there are great fun. 1995 DTM stuff there is great fun. And I've got no doubt that this is going to be right in the mix of some of the Sim's most popular content. This is excellent. Where are we? P9 is my latest reading on my Sim Hub dash there. We've got a couple of laps left, so we'll see if we can get on the back of these two leaders on the final lap. So clearly a pod has disappeared up the road. And we're heading towards that far chicane once again. The penultimate time in this race. And yeah, this mod is really impressive for... Yeah, we're looking at the interior of the car, look at the detail with the name card on the dash there. The dash itself is looking awesome. You can see the Vodafone livery splashed across the top of the windscreen there as well, that sponsorship.
7th position.
And we're just starting our final lap. We'll see if we can squeeze a couple of more positions out of this one. Hopefully we'll stop in time to make the apex here. Just about. We'll try and leather it here, see if we can catch this Audi ahead. We've got a Merc as well. At the more competitive end of the field now, so it's harder to get past the traffic, and we've been poked by an Audi on the inside. Love being poked on the inside, it's perfect. Ooh, and again. Come on, crew chief. Can't hear you, lad. I've had a few mistakes here in the Super Tours in RaceRoom. We'll push on. Okay, we're going for a dive bomb at the inside, we're doing it. Full send. Bad idea. Managed to stick in there though. Although that could be the opportunity for a higher finish position gone. We'll see if we can send it through the final chicane. Although that's not been our best run up towards it. We're quite far back now for these cars. Oh, downshift protection kicking in. The Audi has stumbled. Oh my god. Do or die here for the last quarter. I'm not going to get anything more out of this, I don't think. I don't know. It's going to be close. Come on. Come on. No.
P7. Okay.
P7 overall. Not too bad for P24, but just getting lost in the excitement of that race towards the end. And that is what some early 2000s DTM content could look like in RaceRoom. That in online would be absolutely fantastic. So yeah, really enjoyed that. If you enjoyed the video, then do smash that thumbs up button. It really helps with the channel. Otherwise, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I shall see you in the next one.